Hey everyone, it's Milan and I'm back with another video today. So I came up with this idea because it is something that I currently do as a means of income, and I have been doing it as sort of like a side job for over a year now, and that is walking dogs on this app called WAG. So if you've never heard of WAG before, WAG is basically like an Uber but for dog walking. So it's pretty like easy and self-explanatory, but basically someone will go on their phone and they'll have the app on their phone, and then they will request a dog walk for their dog at a certain time, and you as the walker will go on your app and you'll see all of these requests. I'm gonna input screenshots of some of this stuff just to give you guys like a visual of how the app looks and like how it runs. But yeah, you as the walker go into the requests and you're able to see the distance of the house that you're going to go to, so like how many miles away it is from you, a picture of the dog, so you know whether it's like a small dog, a big dog, a Yorkie, a poodle, a pit bull. You're able to see what it looks like, so you can sort of know like what you're getting yourself into. And then also it gives you notes about the dog from the owner, and then also from previous walkers that have walked the dog. So it'll just give you like a brief description about the dog, how to get into the building, if the dog has any triggers or anything, like say they don't get along with other dogs, or they don't like people, or they bark a lot, whatever. So then from there, you as the walker are able to request whatever walk you might want, and then from there it is going to either accept or decline your request. I'm not too sure if it's WAG or if it's the owner that is able to accept or decline walkers. I think it's the owner, which would make sense. But because I say that because once you get like a good repertoire with a certain owner, that owner is able to specifically request you again to walk their dog. So I think that's why I believe the owner does it and not the app, because I have a few clients that will go to me first and request me specifically to walk their dog. So anyway, yeah, so then from there, once you say you get a walk, you get accepted for a walk, you are able to get the location, get the address, and then you'll send your ETA, so like I'll be there in 15 or 20 or whatever. And then once you get to the location, you say that you have arrived, and then you'll go back into the notes on your phone, the dog notes, or the notes that the owner provides you with, and it'll give you the access code and everything. And one major thing that WAG does provide for dog owners is that they will send you a lockbox. I'll input a picture of what it looks like right here. But so they will send you a lockbox if you are a dog owner, and they will mail it to you for free, and you will make your own little three-digit passcode for the lockbox. And then so that way, when you are not there, say the owner's not there, which is usually the owners aren't home, so they will just leave a set of keys in the lockbox, and then they'll leave the lockbox somewhere, usually at their door or something. And then in the notes, they will say, like, for instance, 123 is the passcode. So then when you arrive to the location, you'll just look in the notes, be like, oh, okay, there's the passcode. You get into the apartment, you get the keys, unlock the door, then there's the dog. I haven't had any bad experiences with the dogs. I've maybe only had one, but it wasn't a big deal. The dog was like a puppy, and I don't know, it was kind of like, I don't know, I think it just was kind of afraid and stuff, and it did bite me a few times, but it was just a puppy, so it wasn't that bad, but it still hurt, and it like kind of freaked me out because it would just bite me randomly, like really hard. But that is the only bad experience that I've had with a dog, honestly, of it like showing aggression towards me. But other than that, I've walked probably 70, 80, probably close to 100 dogs, and I have not had any other dogs like try to attack me or anything like that. So I mean, you're also able to choose the kind of dogs that you would like. So say if you're afraid of German Shepherds, or you're afraid of pit bulls, or you're just afraid of bigger dogs, you're able to like choose what sort of dog. And I personally will choose small dogs. I'll do medium-sized dogs too, but I just know that I'm not gonna be able to handle like 3 German Shepherds, or maybe even like 1 German Shepherd, because they're really strong, they can pull, and I'm just not trying to like have something bad happen. So I typically will go for like smaller dogs or medium-sized dogs. I go for like a more chill breed that I know will be easy to deal with. So yeah. So then once you get to your location, in the notes it'll also say like where the dog's leash is. Usually, sometimes you'll have to call the owner or text them and ask them about it, but usually it's like in plain sight. So you just get the leash, and then you lock up the house, and then you will click on the app, start walk. So when you arrive at the house, you'll tap on the app, and it'll say like tap to arrive. But then once you actually leave the house, you'll hit start walk. So then it will start tracking the time and the distance, and basically it'll just give the owner like a GPS of like exactly where you're walking. It'll show the owner the distance, the time, and where you're walking in their neighborhood, so they're just able to see. Oh, and to get into the like distances and stuff, so there are, I think, 3 different types of walks that a client can request. The first one is a 20-minute walk, and the pricing for a 20-minute walk, you get somewhere like basically like $9 for a 20-minute walk. Then you can do a 30-minute walk. A 30-minute walk, you get paid $12, and then an hour walk, and you get $18 for an hour walk. So yeah, you'll know like how long you need to walk for, and sometimes the client will request like, oh, I would like my dog to walk half a mile in this 30-minute time period, or I would like my dog to walk a mile in this hour time period. So sometimes you'll have like specific goals set up for your dog walk, but typically I don't have that much. They'll just want you to walk their dog, and that's really it. But so yeah, then you just go on your walk. I really like it because I am a big dog lover. Like I love dogs. I mean, I have my dog, and then I have my childhood dog that I've had since I was like 5. So I'm a big dog person, and I also just enjoy going out and walking around. But it's a good thing, and it's nice exercise too if you like dogs and you like going outside and doing stuff and sort of being productive. So anyway, you will go on your walk, and then there's also like these little like pee and poo signs. So every time the dog goes pee or poo, you can like click on it and show the owner like that their dog's doing their business outside and whatnot. So then you'll finish your walk, and you'll take the dog back up to the location, and you'll leave the dog there or follow whatever instructions the owner tells you to, and then you'll lock up. You'll put the keys back into the lockbox and lock the lockbox. And also, while you're on your walk, you'll want to take a picture of the dog, because afterwards it it requests a photo, and you'll leave like a little report card thing. So you'll want to get a good picture of your dog. Like, I like to usually have the dog sit somewhere cute, and I'll like try to take a few good photos of them, because then afterwards, once you finish the walk completely, you will input the picture. You'll like check off, like, did you lock the door? Did the dog go pee? Did the dog poo? Also, there are these bonuses. I'm gonna put in screenshots so that you guys are able to see. But there are also bonuses if you have the dog wearing a WAG branded bandana. You can get $1 added to your walk. And then also if you wear a WAG t-shirt, you can also get $1 bonus to your walk. So that you can click off on those too. And then there's like a little description area where you're just able to leave a description. Typically I will leave like a long description, but I like to like cover all of my bases. So just for instance, I'll be like, say I walked a dog named Felix, I don't know. I'll be like, Felix was really good. We went on a nice long walk. He did all of his business outside, and I gave him water afterwards. I locked up the house and put the keys back. Just something like nice, something that you would want to get, something that you would want to receive if someone walked your dog. You know, you don't want to just be like, yeah, locked up, okay, it was good. Because that's just short, and I don't know, it kind of shows that you don't really care that much. So I like to leave a little bit of a detailed description, and then from there you'll just submit that, and that will go to the dog owner so they get their little like dog report card for their walk, and then you are done. And that is like the whole process of walking a dog on WAG. So then like the payment side of it, I'm going to input screenshots right here of what the payment page sort of looks like. And like I said, the three prices for walks are $9, $12, and $18. Also, this can differentiate though, because if there is someone that has 2 dogs, or they could even have like 3 dogs, the price will increase. So like for a 30-minute walk, if you're walking 2 dogs instead of 1, it'll be $15 for a 30-minute walk since you're walking 2. And then like for an hour-long walk with 2 dogs, instead of it being $18, it can be like $20 or $21, I think, something like that. And then for 2 dogs, if you walk them 20 minutes, it's like $11 instead of $9. So I really like to go for multiple dogs, like especially if they're small dogs, it's easier and you're getting like a bit of an increase. So I tend to try to look out for those sort of walks because you get more money. So yeah, and then what else? Yeah, so that's the payment stuff. And I think that WAG pays you like every 2 weeks or maybe every week. Okay, just another thing I forgot to mention is that the client is able to tip you. So that's why you want to leave a good description. You want to leave a good impact on the dog owner because they can leave pretty good sized tips. I have had someone tip me $2. I've had someone tip me $7. So it's all about the sort of service that you give them. And I would say, you can see in my screenshots of how many times I get tips, but I would say more people in my area specifically tip more than they don't. So that's a good thing to keep in mind because you can make some extra money on top of what you are already making. Then that's like the whole payment side, or what I think is important about the payment side. But I guess I'll explain how you become a walker. So if you want to become a walker, it is a bit of a process, but it's not that hard, honestly. You have to like go and Google how to become a WAG walker, because it's not on the normal app that you can download. So there's two different apps. The one app, which is for like clients who want their dogs walked, that one you're able to download from the App Store. However, the actual WAG Walker app, you aren't able to find it in the App Store. So what happens is basically you will like Google how to become a WAG walker or something. You'll go onto the WAG website. There should be this section on the website where it says like want to become a WAG walker or something like that. So then you'll go and you'll click on that. Then it'll have you input like all of your information and stuff. And then it'll just have you take a few online sort of like tests. And these tests are pretty easy. If you own a dog, you should be able to pass them. It's like one of them is like a harness test where it just asks you questions of like, excuse me, it just asks you questions of how to put on different harnesses and different leashes and collars and things like that. So it's pretty easy. And then the other test is just something like, what would you do if a dog got off leash and ran away? Like, what do you do if a dog bites another dog? Just questions like that where you just pretty much use like common sense to answer them. So I passed those pretty quickly, and then you just submit those. Then from there you will get like an email confirmation back to say whether or not you like passed the test. And then so once you do pass the test, you will be asked to you'll be asked to pick a park meeting location. So basically, to like fully become a walker, you have to go to one of these park meetings, and it will show you like different times, different locations in your area, and you will get to choose which day, which time, which park you want to go and do this like meetup thing. And so they have them pretty frequently from what I remember, but from there you'll choose the meetup that you want to do, and then the day of you'll go to the park. I think it's usually at parks, mine was at least. So you'll go to the park and it will be like a big group of people. It'll be like people that work for WAG and then a bunch of other people that are trying to become dog walkers. And there's not really much that goes on at this thing. They will give you some merchandise, so they'll give you like a t-shirt, bandana, some, not business cards, but like some promotion cards, I guess, to give out to people. And they will take your photo for your WAG app, so it'll be the photo that will show up when people request you. They'll see what you look like. And then they sort of just like go over any questions that people might have, and they'll answer any questions about like just general dog walking things. You'll have to fill out a, what's it called, 1099 miscellaneous form, which is basically just a what's it called? It's a, basically it's like you're self-employed, but you're working like a contractor. You're considered a contractor under WAG. So you'll have to just fill out all of that stuff for like tax purposes. And I think that's something that you can do online as well. I don't remember having to bring that with me when I went there. But yeah, so after that whole meeting, you are then able to begin walking. And after that, they actually email you like a link to the WAG Walker app, and you'll download the app through that link. Because like I said before, you aren't able to just go into the App Store and download the app. They have to like actually send it to you. So then you'll download the Walker app, and then from there you just start walking dogs, and that is basically it. I wanted to hit all of the specific points that I think people might have questions about, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy to become a walker. I think I started walking dogs on WAG. It probably took like 2 weeks or something for the whole like initiation sort of thing. And oh, also I forgot to tell you, they do run a background check on you the day that you go for the like park meeting thing, and you do have to pay for it. I think it's only like $15-20 or something. So they just run the background check on you, and yeah, that's basically it. I think that's everything. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any information. But if you would like to use WAG services, if you have dogs, I am going to leave my referral code right down below. It'll be in my description, and it will give you $20 free off of your first WAG walk. So you can get free dog walking services, which is pretty cool. Also, I have used WAG before as like a client. I have had people come and walk Luna for me before, and I've always had a good experience, so I definitely recommend it. But anyways, that is going to be my video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. All right, bye everyone.